Hello everyone, today I'm going to show you my finished objects, which are socks, and I knitted it with the yarn that I received from my beautiful viewers and friends now, Dan and Katie, so keep on watching it. It is a KnitPicks Felici yarn. Now, I have spotted something, and you know what? Let's see it. Well, there'll be something now that I'm going to say about KnitPicks. Although I love this colorway, it's beautiful, but somehow in my ball, we have this. It's undyed yarn a bit, like kind of fades things. So it kind of shows a line over here. I hope you can see it. Maybe it's not that visible in the real life in person. But yeah, still, yeah. It is very affordable yarn, to be honest, and for socks, quite good. So having bits here and there, I'm not sure if it's okay to say it's okay if it's not perfect, or should we say it should? I don't know. But anyway, it was so much fun to knit because it's such a fluffy yarn, and I think I wore few pairs now, and I think they got better. A few years ago I knitted, maybe 3 or 4 years ago. They were so fluffy that I wore it not even outside, not even in the shoes, just at home, and they fluffed so much. And I know you could just use those bubble removers things. I do have those. I think I'm showing that in this video on the screen how I fold my socks, because during the folding I sometimes like to clean this thing, and yeah, I think they were improved since one pair I knitted. I don't have that one. My mom took it. She said she'll be okay with it. And I knitted a different heel over that, an afterthought heel, and it was a little bit small for me too, and she has tinier feet, so that's the thing too. Yes. If you're here and watching for the first time, you're just a beginner and you've never knitted socks, I would tell you check this video, click that eye thing in the corner afterwards, and it's literally, I think, 30 minutes or video step by step how I knit toe up socks. So basically these socks. Not really. These are fingering weight yarn socks, so I would have to increase, because in knitting toe up we're increasing until, I think over here I did 56 stitches. For sports I increased to 56 too. Yeah. But I'm using different size of needles. So for fingering over here, I use US size 1, 2.25mm, and for sport, I use US size 2, which is 2.75mm needle. And for the toes, what I do over here, I do afterthought heel, but without waste yarn. So I'm knitting a long tube, marking the sides with the progress keepers, and then what I do, I go back to it and I cut one leg of one stitch and I unravel it. Obviously before I do that, I put some supporting needle tips on both sides. So I would suggest you to watch this tutorial on the screen and in the eye, so hopefully, and all the links down below. So yeah, so check it out if you've never done it. Obviously some people may not like the way it looks or the way it feels, or something is too small, too tight, and you need to find the heel that you like. And I have a middle ground over here. I like the way you knit it, and I like the way they wear. So, and every time I cut that one leg of the stitch is just yay! We know now construction, right? And 1x1 rib with Tubular BIND OFF. Again, on the screen tutorial. If you've never done that, you will need tapestry needle to do it. And if you run out of yarn while doing it, there is also a tutorial on this channel, so check that one out. Let's go to yarn. I've been asked, I was given a request, a challenge, to show you how I wave in ends when I'm knitting socks like these, because I have plenty of them on this channel, when you use a contrast color for the toes and heels, especially with this. And I did on the screen now, and our lovely eye here in the corner tutorial how I do it. I know it's kind of perfect in the first half of the video, but on the second half I'm taking the second sock and I see those two little kind of loose stitches and I'm trying to get them. So I would say continue watching in case you come across something like that. But when we start knitting with the socks, we start with one color, and the first color that I picked is this one. I had this pink color and I thought it will work very well, especially there is quite a similar pink. It's not really, it's brighter than the toe, but it will look really nice. And these leftovers, I say leftovers, actually Diane, it's like a full skein. I still have it. I think this is my first pair, and this is my leftover. I think it's like a full skein, or it's like an enchanted yarn that you do toes, heels, and somehow you have still a lot. So this is KnitPicks Straw Carnation on the screen. Check it out, beautiful kind of baby pink. And this is 50 grams. Okay, 75% support merino wool, 25% nylon. So as we say, knit is 75-25. And then we have 231 yards and 50 grams, which doesn't tell me anything. So I have to always multiply it by 2 to get numbers in 100s. My brain operates in 100. So if I had 100 grams of this yarn, it would have been, I think that's the third conditional, isn't it, in English? 262 yards, which will be almost 425 meters. So my kind of thinner fingering weight in my understanding of it. So yeah, let's compare to the main color. And this yarn and a previous colors that I've knitted, I think maybe, yeah, those ones, I received from Katie, and she told me like gift some away. Well, once I knit with it. So yeah, so we have over here KnitPicks Fleechy fingering weight over here, and also information about the yardage, and we have over here 218 yards and 50 grams. So again, my brain, it's 236 yards, so it's slightly thicker than this one, but literally maybe if a mouse will be looking at it, but not human eye. So can you spot that that's something different? I know this pink is really nice and kind of solid color, and this is slightly different, I think, a palette, but at the end of the day you can't really see, isn't it? I think it's perfect. Second of all, I think you need extra thickness for those areas that there have higher intensity of wear and tear, which probably be toes and heels, which it's perfect. Also, I would go the same thing if you have a color work. I would go with a contrast color that it's slightly thicker, so that way it kind of pops better. I believe in that. So yeah, what color is it? So the color is Present. Isn't that cute? So it is a present, so I'm thinking that I got this yarn as a present. I knitted these socks, and these socks will be a present. We shall see who gets that. And I used 2 balls. I did not bother to separate them and finding bits, so I have these leftovers. Probably you could knit another pair with that, longer or shorter, because I didn't, as you can see, I did a very short cuff, so I presume it probably will be the same over here left. So here how it looks in the, let's call it a ball, and in the sock. But if you're not into knitting plain vanilla socks, so basically you knit stitch all the time and around, check those socks on screen. This is my new pattern called Vintage Gate Socks. Knitted toe up with afterthought heel like these ones, but obviously we have a little bit lace and a little bit of bubbles over that. So written instruction and chart is included in the pattern if you're interested to have a look. Links down below to my patterns. And if you are knitting any interesting patterns, please write down below what you have on your needles. And I hope you subscribe, like, to see my knitting inspirations. And what else? Till the next one. Oh yes, and the last thing to tell that the previous video was about how I prepared myself for this video, although I forgot to tell you or put mascara on, but I did for this, so just in case you're watching, I had mascara on. And I put a beautiful sweater, this one, on the screen. Bye!